Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ford Rasmussen and today I got to team up with some very talented artists from around the world, Saskia Sketches and Type40artist. We had a fun time drawing together and we had some pretty interesting results. Let's jump on into mine. Okay, do you guys know what characters you're going to give me? Whew, here we go.
Okay, mine's Chewbacca.
Chewbacca. Oh, I'll take it.
Ooh, okay. Well, I am going to... I've got two characters in mind. I'm going to give you Shaggy.
Shaggy?
From Scooby-Doo.
Shaggy Rogers. Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay, with Chewbacca, that's interesting.
Yeah, I originally wasn't going to... I was going to give you Shaggy, and then she said Chewbacca, and I'm like, should I change it to the other one? I'm like, no, I'm just going to keep it honest and give you what I originally had in mind.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm going to combine those two. I mean, they're both Shaggy, so they got that going for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do have a similar vibe to their outer appearance.
Okay, well, I'm just going to get started, I guess, with some sketches.
I'm really excited now just to see like Chewbacca with a really hippie vibe.
Yeah.
You just put Chewbacca in Shaggy's clothes.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, that's going to be my first sketch because I don't got better idea than that. I don't know if those portions are great, but we're going to keep going. So let's see.
It's thumbnails, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
I get way too precious with my thumbnails. I've really got to practice just like letting loose and doing more thumbnails.
same. So
You know what helps with that? If you do them traditionally with a ballpoint pen, because you can't erase. I really think it's super. Drawing with a ballpoint pen, I've said this many times before, but that's really what got me to stop caring so much about making everything perfect. And I need to do more of that because I've been doing a lot of digital art lately, and I've noticed that I'm getting much more precious with my sketches again. Because with digital, you can just resize everything.
right.
Whereas you have to make especially if you're drawing with a pen, you have to make everything somewhat right the first time around. So I need to draw more in ballpoint pen.
He's got these baggy things.
I tend to fall into the trap of starting a thumbnail and then finishing the one thumbnail and thinking, oh, that looks great, and then I'll ink over it, and then I need to like stop doing that because it's usually the second or third or fourth idea that's like the really good one. So yeah, and I tried to stop myself from doing that just by drawing the basics. Like I drew just Captain Hook first on mine, and then just a standard straight pose. So to try to get out of the habit of just drawing the first thing, because that's my biggest
I do that
weakness,
too.
I think.
Yeah.
For my, we had to do a bunch of thumbnails for school. We had to do at least 30 before we were allowed to move on to their final project, and I think I did close to 100.
30?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and just really quick thumbnails. Thumbnails basically. Big as your thumbnail, a little bit bigger.
Sorry. Okay.
I love this first thumbnail that you've done, though. It's just got very teenage Groot vibes.
Oh, it does.
Here I am resizing.
Groot.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So many characters.
I'm going now for more like a I'm thinking werewolf basically.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
can I?
So like Shaggy turns into
Yeah.
a Wookiee
Yeah.
and doing
Shaggy the werewolkie.
Oh, that's werewolkie. And it's so really funny. That works so well. Why does that work so well? I'm living for this AU. Somebody write a fanfic.
Okay, well that's a sketch too. It's a weird one, but
I kind of like it though. It's
I definitely didn't have a reference for that pose, which is why it looks really funky.
Or like draw him like clawing at his clothes with like the full moon behind him, just a silhouette.
There you go. I'll take it. Good advice. Good suggestion. I mean, yeah, but I definitely need. Okay. Here's a headish shape there. We'll get hip shape there, and now Chewbacca's legs are. He's just a person in a suit, so he's just like hair, like. Just,
Yes.
Like there's no muscle features or anything. It's just like, but that's okay. That's okay. And honestly, that's probably easier. I don't even have to draw hands if I just do his big, puffy, furry circle stubs. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times you can't see his fingers.
Yeah. One of the hardest things I found was having like fusing the two characters. You want the references of both characters, and then it's like choosing what to pick of each reference.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think you might have got it that little bit easy because of you can literally just cover him with hair. Like the main feature of Chewbacca is just lots of hair.
I think I'm gonna scrap this pose. Okay, I'm gonna draw a couple more sketches here. Let's just clear that out. I'll come back to that. Ignore the muscles, that won't be there. Let's see. Oh, I want to go in more and then out. Kind of like Shaggy tends to just hold his arms weird sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
It's almost looking scary, isn't it? with that pose.
Yeah. I'm just kind of interested where this is going. It's
Yeah.
Some bell bottoms down here.
Yeah.
Sort of, and then let's do some shaggy shoes because those are a little bit, maybe. Okay, so and then you could get some toes coming out there. But now
Yes, ripped.
I just got to make sure that I do Chewbacca, not werewolf, because I was definitely using a werewolf for that reference. So let's get this more shaggy.
You've got just that scary pose and then just Shaggy's face.
Yeah.
It always looks just like a meme. I love it.
Can just imagine like this scary, like werewolf-esque silhouette, and then like the reveal with just like Shaggy's face going, "Oh, hey guys!"
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then this actually would maybe just be hair coming out of his shoes or something. All right. Should I go for that one? Let's see. Let me look at all of these really quick.
Yes, you've got 20 minutes left.
Oh, perfect. Huh. What do you guys think?
I think I like the last one.
Yeah, same.
I do still really like the vibes of the first one,
Yeah.
but the last one is more both the characters, I think.
Okay, I'm going to go for it. Let's see if I can... let's see how far Okay, come on, side tab. I love Scooby-Doo, by the way. This was a good choice.
I've actually never watched it.
You never watched...
Scooby-Doo?
Oh, no. Sad news.
Yeah. Wait, it wasn't on in the Netherlands. They didn't do it.
I can't say that I can recall a single episode, but I know I've watched it as a kid. It's just one of those things that like the episodes all kind of seem like they run the same beat anyway. So it's like if you've seen one episode, you've kind of seen them all.
There was a store called Great American Video, which was like Blockbuster, that we would go to as growing up, and we would rent Scooby-Doo VHSs.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Now, do I give him a shaggy nose or a Chewbacca nose? Let's try Chewbacca. I don't know, something like that. But then that shaggy mouth just grinning out.
No.
Something like that.
I think that works.
Kind of like how high it is, even though it's like under his nose. Let's see. Something like that.
I really am getting Drawfee like vibe.
For sure.
That was one of the inspirations, right? I've not watched Drawfee in a long time, but I am getting vibes.
I've actually never watched it, but I'll check it out.
It's just one of those things that it's just the communication between them is really what draws you in. Like even if the drawings are not fantastic. They'll usually show you a finished product at the end anyway, but it's really the banter between them all. It's
Right.
yeah.
Oh, he's staring into my soul.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Okay, we'll leave it like that for now. Actually, no, I do those triangle eyebrows all the time, but that's not actually what his are.
I do love this expression though. Like he's actually just made a huge mess. Like he's
Yeah.
Blew up the building.
he's been the Scooby-Doo villain the whole episode.
Yes. This is like Shaggy from an alternate universe.
Yeah.
I could picture this like being in a Scooby-Doo episode too, because they just have. Well, it's always somebody in a costume, right? That's the whole thing of it. And so, like,
Yeah.
this kind of looks like that's what it could be.
And then Chewbacca is actually a costume.
That's right.
Oh, I'm so curious as to what you guys are going to have me draw.
I am too. Still haven't seen it
Yeah,
yet.
same. I know what my character is, but I'm just interested to see how you put that together with anything, honestly.
Oh, I hope I know the characters.
You'll know mine. I mean, I'm going to presume you know mine, but it's a pretty universal character.
Okay. You're like Mickey Mouse.
No, his bell bottoms.
I'm really keen to see the polished version of this as well.
Oh, could you do something? Could you do it in like the actual style? I think that'd be cool.
The
If you-
Scooby-Doo style?
Yeah.
If you like a screenshot or something.
The perfect scene would be just like the gang pulling off the mask, and then it's Shaggy.
And then you get the Spider-Man meme.
Yeah, not that the clothes didn't give it away anyway, but
Yeah.
But I have always so much trouble drawing shoes. I can't draw feet either.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tricky.
shoes are the worst. I need to just get lots of pictures of shoes and draw them for like a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. It's like hands though. Like I can draw them from reference just fine, but it's a lot more difficult to actually drawing them on my character.
And if you don't draw them for a while and then you go to draw a hand again, it's like, it just doesn't look right.
Yeah, I just have a bunch of default hands, like a couple default positions that I know how to draw.
Yeah.
Just slap on a character whenever I need him.
Right.
I'm very jealous of how quickly you've got these lines in and made it look really quite nice.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Can I add anything else, Chewbacca? No, not really. I'm pretty sure that's it. Okay, let's put some color in there.
Yeah, there isn't too much to Chewbacca's character design, is there?
No, not really.
I think you've got a good mix of both, though. Like, somebody knowing the characters would say, "Oh yeah, that's Shaggy and Chewbacca. That's
Right. Yeah,
it can't be anyone else."
definitely recognizable. Yo, how are you doing that? Is that just the drag select?
In Photoshop, it's the quick select.
Quick select.
So now what I'm going to do is make a mask out of that. I don't.
You spelled color wrong. There's a U in there.
You would say that. That's funny. So my question is, how do you spell gray?
With an E.
I don't even know how I spell. I think I use both ways sometimes.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I use both ways. Color has definitely got a U in it, but
It's 2 for 1. I guess color's got a U in it, guys.
yeah.
No, because America starts with an A. You use an A when you spell the word grey, and in England they use the word E. The letter E in the word grey.
Okay, now I know which one's which.
Yeah, I just use it interchangeably depending on how I spelled it that day, or which spell check I'm using, because some of them have it defaulted to American and I just never bothered changing it.
I spelled this word based on the weather.
Yeah, I mean that's how I spell most words. Just
Yeah, just whatever.
sound it out. It's
Good enough.
Because I'm using for school using a software called Houdini, and you need to type a lot to get the nodes that you need. And there's a color node, and they spell it without the U. So whenever, whenever I spell it, it just says no, that's wrong.
That would annoy me.
Yes. Look, hold up. You just grab a screenshot. So this is what I'm met with every time. Sent it in the general chat.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, that would drive me nuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does show up the thing, but it's just got the letters colored red. It's like, yo, you're getting it wrong. I'm like, no, I'm not. I really am not. This is looking fantastic.
Yeah, I feel like I rushed mine way more than I needed to, but at the start, I felt like, I don't have much time. I've got to get some thumbnails out, and then it was like the midway point. And you're like, oh, you've got 20 minutes left. I'm like, oh, well, that's more than I thought.
So I guess Chewbacca's hair is like a oaky,
You could just use the color for his trousers, right?
I could. I'm gonna do that and bring it a little less red, and I don't know, something like that. And then I should be able to just work
nice
a little bit.
It feels a lot less shaggy without his actual hair color.
Oh yeah, you're right. It does. You know what?
Oh wait, what's Shaggy's hair color?
He's more blonde.
I need to look this up.
Right.
So let's see.
He is more blonde, yeah.
And if it is a suit, then I don't know why his hair color would match.
No.
Oh no, this is great. This works much better.
You like that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I like that.
And then I'm going to desaturate his skin a little bit.
Yeah, because now it actually feels like you took two characters and mashed them together, and not you put one character in a suit of another character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The older versions don't have their eyes colored white, but I prefer the ones that do have the whites because it just, I don't know why they ever did that.
Yeah, it's a strange style choice, I think, to not have their eyes colored.
I don't think it's a style choice per se, but just animation.
Simplicity. Yeah.
If it looks fine, why bother going through all those frames coloring the eyes in?
Right. All right. Well, I mean, I could keep going, but I think we're about there, right?
You got 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
I think you've done a great job.
Well, thank you.
Several days later.
So yeah, here we go. I just polished it up a little bit and added some extra details and a background as well. So here we go.
Yeah, it's always when you zoom in and see these little bits that are just sticking there, like how'd that get there?
Yeah.
With line work, I could spend forever just fixing line work sometimes.
Yeah. And I just felt like his arm was just a little bit weird.
forever on my line work because I try and do it perfectly first time round.
Yeah.
See, and then for my shadows, my default is just black and white, and then just lighten them, use opacity a little bit. But I really like the colors that your shadows give it. So that was a good idea.
Yeah, it depends what I'm doing for mine, but sometimes I'll just go the standard black and white. But for something that I want it to, I don't know, be a little bit dramatic or a little bit warmer, I suppose I'll put the coloured shadowing in and then use the overlay. Yeah,
that's great.
I really like what you've used for the textured brush that you used for the trees and stuff. That would really well with the.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, I was trying to kind of. I looked at some reference images for backgrounds from Scooby-Doo. I was trying to kind of mimic that, but I made a mistake in not starting from the back and doing layers forward. So I had to fix that. My layers weren't set up great, but you can see some of at the bottom of the tree, they're kind of I don't know, don't blend perfectly. But anyway, overall, it's pretty fun.
Listen,
Yeah.
I do that all the time. So don't feel bad about that. I think it's my traditional background. I'm just used to, whenever I'm like doing digital painting, I always just do it on one layer because
Yeah.
that feels the most like painting to me, like actual
Yep.
painting.
Layers are both the best and the worst thing about digital painting because it's when you forget about them and then it's just a headache. But no, I think the background works really well with the piece. And yeah, like Saskia said, the textures work perfectly.
Yeah, I really like the colors as well. They look so nice.
Thank you. Awesome. Okay, well, there we have it. Thanks, everyone. Thank you for watching, everybody, and a special thanks to Type40artist and Saskia Sketches. You guys are always fun to work with, and I really had a lot of fun with this one. So, hopefully we can do this again sometime. Please have a good day, and remember to smile.